Hello, everyone. This is Heartwoods Haven. I am your host, Brandy Swords. And today we have a special guest in the house, Bridgette Smith. Yay!
Hello.
Hello. And her episode today is Finding Light in the Dark. So, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Well, thanks for coming on. So, this is a safe space. So, I kind of open it up to the guests, and you are welcome to tell anything that you like, talk about anything. So, go ahead whenever you want to start. No pressure.
So, yes, my episode is Finding the Light in the Dark. And I have to say that is very, very fitting for myself. I have had a lot of darkness in my life, a lot of bad things. Growing up, I was grew up in abusive moments. It led into young adulthood, which then led into adulthood. I am a recovering addict, 15 years clean.
Yay!
Yes. The moment that I finally was like, this is not where I need to be, was when I was ODing on a dingy, nasty bathroom floor. Was not a good place at that time. I had a daughter, and she was, I believe, 6 months when this happened. So after that day, I was like, no more. So quitting was very hard for me, as it is for most. I completely did it cold turkey.
Wow.
I just isolated myself from those types of people. I just, went to work, came home, and just isolated myself in my room with my daughter, and we just hung out in my room. As the years went on, I actually developed a drinking issue. And that got to be really bad. I would sneak a drink before she would get up. I would wait until she goes to bed and just drink until I completely passed out. So it was not a good place for me at that time. Years moving. I've been sober from alcohol for 10 years now.
Congrats.
Yes. And I honestly think it was God's way of, because I ended up pregnant around that time, back to back. So I do have two littles who are Irish twins. They're like 11 months apart.
Yeah.
And I think that was God's way of saying, like, he knew that where my life was heading, like, I needed some guidance. And I think that was his way of, helping me in a way. I don't know what else to say.
No, you're fine. I get, because I'm the same way. I always learn the hard way. Yeah. I feel like God was like, here, Brandy. And I'm like, nah, I'm not going to listen until he smacked me in the face. Because I had my son young and he saved my life.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know what I would do without him. So, it took something like that really huge in my life to be like, wake up, Brandy.
Yeah.
This is what I was doing was not healthy. It was hurting me, my mental health, my physical,
Yes, I do suffer from a lot of mental health issues. I have bipolar disorder, personality disorder. I have schizophrenia, PTSD. So, I'm everything of the rainbow.
Yeah.
So, and dealing with that has been, at the beginning, was very, very hard because I had nobody. And I endured a lot of trauma. I am a domestic violence survivor. I am a sexual assault survivor. So dealing with that all mentally by myself has been very, very hard. And it got to the point where I was just in my own world. And I didn't care about anything, anyone.
Yeah.
And as hard as this is to say, it honestly didn't take until my daughter coming to us and almost losing her due to her own tragedies. It didn't wake me up until then. I was so blind to what was going on around me because I was so hyper fixated on myself and how I was feeling and how I just didn't have the energy to cook dinner, or I didn't have the energy to do this. I didn't have energy to play with my kid. Like, I was just so into my own world. Like, I would come home from work and I would just sit in front of the TV. Like, I was so depressed.
Yeah.
And there were times where my manic episodes, like, it would break. Like, I mean, I would break. Like, there'd be times where I would stay up days and hours of the night and doing stuff. And then, like, the moment my husband would look at me and say something, and I'm completely biting his head off, packing my stuff and ready to leave because I just my worlds were crumbling. And I was one minute like feeling guilty for not being the person that I needed to be for the people around me. But then there was another part of me that was like, well, what am I supposed to do? Like, I'm broken. I can't be fixed. And again, it wasn't until some things came out about my daughter and it like really, really woke me up. And I remember falling to my knees when I got home that night and begging God to give me answers. Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, help me, help her, help me, help myself.
Yeah.
Because, and there was like a moment where all this guilt came to me because if I would have had my eyes open, then I would have noticed the signs sooner. And I think as a parent, no parent ever wants their child to go through this, but also too, don't ever want the realization that you've seen it, you should have known. So I feel a lot of guilt with that. But since then, like, I have been real big on finding myself. And I've always said that God has a sense of humor, and sometimes it can be a little dark.
Yes.
and he even says that, he has to let you go through bad situations for you to see the other side. And I don't know how many times that I've, have failed to commit suicide. My kids, the last time that I was hospitalized was, I believe, 2-3 weeks after my wedding. My son wasn't even a year old yet. My middle was turning 2. My oldest was 7, I believe. So I was just dealing with so much.
Yeah.
And I have found within the past couple of years that the only way out of it was finding God.
Mm-hmm.
And I truly believe that. And I have a women's group, and we're reading this book, Stronger Than the Struggles.
Mm.
And it has been an amazing book so far. And one of the things was in there that the chapter we just read was about what does success look like.
Okay.
So I'm sitting there and I'm like, one minute, you're thinking that it's this big old house and this nice car and all this money, and you've made it. And the more and more I sit here, because I've thought that, like, I want that car, I want that house. But after reading and sitting back and listening to this chapter, it's like, I've made it.
Oh,
I've
yes.
made it because of God. I am a success story.
Yes.
No, it's not because of the money that we have. It's because of the journey that we've had.
Yes.
Like, I should not be sitting here today. I shouldn't. That's my success story. I'm here.
Mm. Yeah.
I'm here to help others who have dealt and been through and don't know how to move on. And I feel that I just lost my train of thought.
No, exactly. I'm the same way. I mean, it's amazing the things that you have overcome. And for you to say, I love that you say, because we always look outside at what everybody else has.
Mm-hmm.
You want that car, you want that house, you want that job. And then our community, you're like, are you somebody, unless you have a degree or unless you have this? And that's such a hard thing, because I'm like you. It's like you start looking at yourself and like, how am I different than that person? Why do I not feel worthy or successful, just because I'm not a lawyer or a doctor or rich and I think you really got to deal with that personally.
Absolutely.
And me, I'm like, I'm successful because God made me successful. I'm like you. He changed my life, and he's like, I'm here because of him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. And I've always like wondered, like, where am I supposed to be? Like, what was my purpose? And I feel like where I am at now, like with my career, I'm a paraprofessional, as you know, for special needs and behavior students. And a lot of my students that come in are trauma-based students.
Mm-hmm.
So just seeing how much they've grown from the beginning of the year to now, and knowing that I'm there to help them with that, and giving them that person to love, let them know that they love them, has also helped me be a better mom too.
Yeah.
Like, especially to my oldest. who, is the Heartwoods queen, of course.
Yes.
So me going through everything that I've gone through, I think has also helped her. And me going through what I'm going through and have gone through, I believe has helped my littles too, like has helped me understand to listen more, be more gentle, more understanding, especially now at this age for them. This is where they need to find themselves. And my main goal in life is to always let my kids know that they are never alone. They will always have somebody to turn to, whether it's me or their father or, somebody. And I'm very, very proud. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm the same way. I'm trying not to cry. I know.
I am so proud of the mom that I am. Because knowing that they feel safe enough to come tell me their problems or just feel safe enough to just even joke around with me is a big moment for me, because they have seen me at my worst. And that is one thing that I've always dreaded, is having them see me. I'm not going to say weak, but in those weakened moments.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm glad that they have.
Yes.
I'm glad that they know that mommy's no superhero.
Yes.
Mommy's human.
That's right.
It's like everybody else. Mommy has her moments. Mommy has her moments where she just needs to scream.
Yes.
Has her moments where she just needs to just be by herself for a minute, because otherwise you're going to get the aftermath, and I don't want that. And I try so hard not to do that. So my main goal in life is to be the best mother in the world to them. And that doesn't mean be perfect.
Yeah.
Because we all know nobody's perfect.
That's true.
And I love that they don't think that I'm perfect. They know that I have my moments. So that is one thing that is.
But I love
my life.
I love that, because I think you're right. Like, you're a role model, you don't realize, because you can show them, this is what I've went through. This is how I've worked on myself. This is what I'm doing. And I love that you said about, being human, because I feel like that's how it is. Everybody's like, oh, the mom has to do it all and be it all and be perfect. But we are human. We make mistakes, and we are trying to guide these other humans, which is hard.
Yes.
It's hard. You love them, and then the next day you're like, okay, get away from me. So I get it totally.
Yeah.
So, but I love that, because they can see both, and then you can normalize it. Like, you can struggle, but you can still come talk to me. And I love that you're creating that safe space with your kids, because I think that is so important that we need to talk about more of.
It is very important. And that is something that I did not have when I was younger. I didn't have that safe person to run to.
Yeah.
The people that I had in my life that were supposed to be safe places, it was more of a stop your crying, get over it, never talked about it. So I never had that. I never. And when I became a mom, I made it my mission to make sure that my kids would have everything that they needed, which also meant that support system.
Mm-hmm.
And that is one thing that I can say I have given. If I haven't given them anything, that is one thing me and my husband both have given them.
Wow. That's amazing. It's amazing to hear that, because I love that you are making that safe space. And I'm like you, that's the whole reason we do what we do, and spread awareness. And I love that your daughter's the Queen of Heartwoods. Like, I have seen her do so much, and just to speak out and be so brave at her age. And it is hard.
Yes.
I think it's so hard, to do that at that age.
Absolutely. She honestly is my freaking hero. Absolutely. Like, I would have never thought of doing anything like this until she came out and did what she did. And it's like, if she at her age is brave enough,
Yes.
then what am I doing?
Mm-hmm.
I can be brave too. If she can do it at her age, then I can do it at mine. And watching her during that festival that we had in September, watching her sitting up there and telling her story,
Oh, I know,
to a whole bunch of strangers.
Yes.
Like, that was the proudest moment that I think I could ever have, like, with her. And she amazes me every day.
Yeah.
And I am so proud.
Yeah.
Of how far she has come. And I'm glad that I've been able to walk with her through this.
Yeah.
Because as a parent, almost losing your child is horrible. I mean, obviously losing a child, period, is absolutely devastating.
Yeah.
And I don't know what I would have done if we didn't get her soon enough. The first 24 hours, and the fact that the doctors didn't even think she was going to make it. Pushing the little heart thing into the room, and just so it was there on standby.
Yeah.
Like, at that moment, I was angry. I was so angry. And at that moment, I was hating the world.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew that me feeling that way wasn't going to solve anything. It wasn't going to help anything. And I knew that I had the right to feel that.
Yes.
As any parent should. But I made it as a fire fuel to the fire. Like, I was going to make it my mission to make sure that she never went through anything alone, that she never went in through this by herself like I did. But I also knew that I had to get myself right before I could help her. And by doing that, I sought out counseling. I did some deep therapy. And that alone helped a lot. And within that, not only did it help in a way to move past my past trauma, but it helped me in so many more ways. Like, it helped me become a better person.
Yeah.
Like, just like, I know a lot of people are against counseling, and that's fine. But like, for me, it definitely helped. Reading my Bible has helped. Saying yes to God has helped, and each their own. Like, everybody has their different ways to help them deal with things. But for me, this was the absolute safest and best way that I could ever find, because with this, I've found people. I've always felt alone.
Yeah.
Always. Like, I can be in the room of all my close friends and family, but still feel alone. But now I no longer feel alone. Like, I have an amazing husband who takes me for who I am.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy and all.
Yes.
Like,
that's the best part. Yes.
He is an absolute wonderful man. He is a wonderful father. And I am so glad I met him back in high school. And I'm so glad that we have kids together. I couldn't imagine where I would be without him. He has definitely been a big support system for me. Even at my craziest moments, he makes me takes my bag out of my hand, tells me to chill out, take a nap, eat a Snickers.
Yeah. Yep.
He says, you can be mad, but you can't go. And because that's what I'm always used to. I've always been used to running when things, but it's nice to know that I've won, and that's in that department.
Yeah.
That I have that support system. I've won. It goes back to me saying I have success. I have success in my job because I'm helping other littles who have been through things that I have been through.
Yeah.
So I know how to support them in the way that they need supported. My husband, I won in that department because he's just awesome.
Yeah.
He tells me how it is, but in a gentle way.
Yeah.
He's just an amazing man. I've won in the form of friends who I know if I call, they're rushing to get to me because I need something. I have a wonderful group of church ladies who, honestly, I remember the first day that we were going to meet them. I had purple hair.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they are not going to accept me. I'm not the type of person to be accepted. I'm quirky. I'm weird. And these are going to be, women who have, because, we all hear that stereotypical church lady, you know what I mean? Like, they're judgy, and my girls are amazing.
No.
Like, don't know how many times we go and they're like, okay, how are you today? And I'm like, oh, I'm okay. And they're like, are you?
They see the truth. I love it.
They're like, and Yeah, and it's even funnier because they'll look at my best friend and they're like, is she good?
Yeah.
And it's amazing. I love my light. And there was a time that I never thought I would have a light.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad that I do. I'm glad I have the people in my life. And if there's one thing that I could say to somebody is, yes, life is hard.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, well, if, God loves us, why would he put us through all this trauma and all this trouble and this pain? And he can't promise you perfect life, but he can help you through it.
Yeah.
And trust me, there have been years he's not there. God's not real. I thought the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, why would he put me through this? Why would he let somebody who's supposed to love me beat me? Why would he let somebody who's supposed to love me sexually assault me for so many years?
Yeah.
Why would he put me in that situation?
Yeah.
And then it got to the point was, why won't he show me how to love myself? And it wasn't that he couldn't show me, it was just I couldn't see it.
Yeah.
You got to help yourself too, I feel like.
Yes.
And we can only see what we want to see, I feel sometimes, and hear what we want to hear.
Mm-hmm.
But I also feel that you're finally going to see what you need to see.
Yes.
When you're actually ready and you're at that breaking point. I feel like you're finally going to open up and be like, and you're going to see him. And that's how it was for me, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, I truly feel that I'm where I need to be now, and God kept me alive because he had the plan. Nobody knows the plan. We're not supposed to know. We would like to know.
Yes, exactly.
We would love to know. Like, can you send me a memo of what I'm doing?
Yeah, let me know. Get a big sign. I'll read
You
it.
know, like what time is this supposed to happen?
Yes.
Because I'm OCD and I gotta have the plan before it goes to motion because I like to know what's going on.
Yes.
But with this, when it comes to that, like, no, he's gonna leave you on your toes and he's gonna leave you guessing, and it's up to you to listen and open your eyes. And I finally it got to the point where I finally got to my knees and I'm opened, and I am so blessed. And I forgave.
That's a big one.
I forgave, and that is a big one. It is so hard to forgive.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you can't forgive that person for them. You have to forgive that person for yourself.
Yes.
And I carried so much pain and resentment. Resistment. I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You're fine.
We're going to edit that out, right?
I am like,
your word gets sometimes. Yes.
Yeah.
But like it was like, I can't. So I wrote all the people that were close to me and did me, wrong. And I wrote them letters and I told them where I stood. And I told them, I will forever love you, but I also forgive. I will never forget.
Yes.
And that is hard.
Yeah.
I'm sure. But at this point, I mean, I have to move on and be the person I'm destined to be.
Yes.
And that's this loving, caring, optimistic, bright-sided person.
Yeah.
And I've never been that.
Mm.
So I've won. I've made it. I've made it out of my darkness, and by the light of God, and by me just changing the outlook of my sight.
Yeah.
And I couldn't be happier.
Oh, that's amazing. It's amazing. I love what you're saying because you've worked through so much. And just for you to say, you know, I'm human, I'm working through this. And look where you're at today. You are meant to be here.
Yes.
You're meant to tell your story because someone out there is going to be like, I totally understand, you know? And I love that you came on here and you shared that. That's beautiful and it's inspiring and it's going to touch so many people because that's what we do. Because this is amazing what we're doing. And I think it's just to be honest, raw, and just letting it out there. Because I'm like you, I'm quirky, I'm funny, I'm serious, I'm everything. Some people are like, they can take me as I am, or they're like, well, I don't know about her. And I'm like,
Yeah.
this is God made. This is here I am.
Yeah.
So, yes.
It's so wonderful that I've found people that are just minded like me, like the quirkiness, like my girls at work. Like I've never had coworkers that are awesome as much as these girls are awesome.
Yeah.
Like they love my quirkiness. Like I just love it. Like I am at the season of my life right now to where I can just be like, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, God, for. It's funny. I was talking about my coworker, and one of them just texted me.
They knew it. Their ears were burning.
Yeah, their ears were burning. I'm gonna have to text her back. Be like, were you thinking of me? Did you know I was talking? But yeah, as I was saying, like I am to the point now where I'm praying every day, and I'm thanking God. You know, I pray on my way to work every day, and I'm thanking Him for getting me here, for being there when I didn't know He was there, or I couldn't see Him, couldn't feel Him.
Yeah.
And I want people to know that you can do the hard things. I'm even wearing that shirt, by the way.
Oh,
I wore it just for this. I actually wore it just to give me motivation because it is very hard and very intimidating telling your story.
Yes.
So you can do the hard things, even if it's getting out of bed and walking out of your bedroom to the couch. Yes. You did it. You won. Mm-hmm. You made it out of a dark place. Even if it's just washing one glass.
Yes.
You did it. You won. And I just want people to know that there's nothing wrong with you. Mm-hmm. Like you're okay to not be okay.
Yes.
You're okay to feel the way that you feel. It is nothing to be ashamed of. And it really makes me so mad that people, like society now is like, you're weak, you're damaged, you're broken, you can't be fixed, da 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 da. No. We just have to find what works for us.
That's right.
I mean, I'm 36 years old. And I've been diagnosed since I was 13 years old. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, and I have been on multiple medications, and I'm finally to the point where I'm finding what works for me. what, me digging into my Bible works for me, but it may not work for somebody else, and that's okay.
Yes.
It's just, you have to find what works for you in a healthy way. And I was able to do that. And I'm so proud that I can sit here today and say, even though at that moment I felt weak, I'm strong.
Yeah. Yeah. That's beautiful. That's amazing. Thank you so much for coming on and sharing your story. And you're so brave. You're meant to be here. Continue doing what you do. And I always tell you, so at the end, we will do a little dance off because I feel like we just got to release it. I'm quirky, you're quirky, so it's always fun. So I'll play the music, we'll dance off, and then it'll end. So, but thank you so much for coming on, and I'm excited. So
thanks.
You're welcome. Let me try to find the music. Here I am. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Let me hit it. So hopefully you can hear it.
I can a little.
Okay, here. Let me make sure.
There we go. I can hear it now.
Okay. Thanks for coming on. Bye.
Bye.